It's quite boring, of course. You're straight to the point and straight business, and you're looking to the camera. I like that.
Oz doesn't look at the camera.
That guy looks creepy, man.
He's not confident with what the hell is coming out of his damn mouth. I think what we have here, Mr. Rahim.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? How are we doing today, sir?
I'm doing just fine. Somewhat excited.
I'm excited. What are we excited about?
I'm excited to hear from you because when I was doing some research about the loan brokering business, of course, I have that. I was gifted that course that you mentioned from that person, and so
my God.
Yeah, I says, wow, it's quite boring, of course, and I didn't even get through an eighth of it, and listening to the presentation. So when I saw you, I was like, holy smokes, man! I learned more in just what is the
Three Paths of Lending.
Yes, right. I learned more in that and just that presentation that I did with what this guy has.
So I was going to say, so you're one of those fake brokers that I be talking about, huh?
Man, I haven't even really got into it yet.
I mean, clearly, we don't have to spend too much time about Mr. Oz, but you've
Right.
seen the passion that I have, and most importantly, I made that video, and for people like you that are interested in getting into this industry, and then you meet somebody like Oz, and you're like, damn, this is not what I thought it was, and it absolutely is not what Oz is selling. This is not the industry. Okay, I've been doing this for over 13 plus years, and I can tell you it's not about just selling merchant cash advances. And the most horrible thing as well is, what he's training and how it's affecting small business owners. Mm-hmm. With some of the products that they're offering, the lack of even trying to understand what is in the best interest of the business owner.
That's correct. That's correct.
It's just focused on selling a merchant cash advance. Let's get this commission and move on to the next thing.
Right. Yeah.
And even to add to that, from a broker standpoint, because that's why you're here, and that's why you went to Mr. Oz. How the lack of clarity that you have, because it's like, you ever watched somebody or listened to like a course, and it's like it's not adding up. This jello.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not making sense what you're saying, man.
It's not making sense. So what I decided to do, and as you can see, I decided to make this stuff make sense. I've been doing this for over 13 plus years. Mm-hmm. My background briefly is I used to be a loan originator. I used to do owner-occupied residential real estate, before even 2008, the market crash and everything. And I did that for some time. And I mentioned that because it's what was the first introduction to me learning how to structure loans, how to match a particular client that makes a certain amount of money or has a particular credit score, and they want to buy this house. And I have to match a lender that meets that client's criteria. So it was really interesting. This guy is working this much and he's looking for this house. How do I get him into that house?
That's correct.
So once the market crashed, of course, I was bummed out, and I really was trying to find something else to do. And I found out there's a whole nother side of this, which is the business side, and I wasn't restricted on just providing owner-occupied mortgages. Now I can do so much. I can do loans, I can do lines of credit, I can do equipment financing, so I really loved it. And I started my endeavor, in business real estate, I say in 2011 with Penta Consulting Group. But the process wasn't easy because there was some challenges that came about as I was growing my business. One of them is I needed a CRM. Are you familiar with what a CRM is?
Yes, sir.
So I was trying to find a CRM that could match with what I was trying to do. I'm trying to do all these different loan products. In addition to that, I'm also trying to offer credit consulting. So people that don't qualify for the loans, I would make a little bit more money by fixing their credit so I can get them ready for the loans, And eventually I decided on, I'm just going to build my own CRM. So I had to build my own CRM. And in the process of all of this, I decided to kind of create a system on how to pre-qualify the clients, how to figure out exactly what's qualified for, how to match him with the lender, and do all of this, and how to do this in-house, in a sense where I don't want brokers to act like used car salesmen. You're throwing a bunch of stuff on the board and hopefully something sticks.
That's what I don't want to do.
That's what I don't like. Okay. Right. So I've came up with the concept of 3 paths of lending. And as you've seen that, hopefully you've downloaded my book, right?
I listened to the audio.
Oh, the audio. Okay.
Yes,
good. Sir. Good. So yeah, there's an audio book as well. You want to listen to that. And as you can see, I'm giving you a bird's eye view of the lending world with the 3 paths. And then I dive in a little bit deeper and I talk about the credit-based lending matrix, basically what it takes to qualify for credit-based products, And then we talk about the revenue-based matrix. And then I talk about exactly what it qualifies for revenue-based products. And then lastly, we talk about asset-based lending, real estate, equipment finance, and all of that stuff. And this is just surface level, though, because once you get into my course, I always say that that statement that knowledge is power is pretty much almost dead, because knowledge is no longer power. Knowledge is only potential power.
That's correct. Yeah.
So what we do in my course is now we take in this information, and how do you apply this? How do you look at somebody's credit report and determine what they qualify for? Okay. And how do they, what do they qualify for business credit cards? What do they qualify for personal credit cards? I have a whole formula. I have a spreadsheet that I created of course, I used myself and I've been using for years, on how you can pre-qualify the client, get back to them, let them know what they qualify for. And again, we go even further, how to submit the applications, how to interact with the lenders during the application process. And I do this for every single one of my lending products, and how to kind of do this in-house and run your own agency and become a real business loan broker. That's kind of what my course is off.
Right. Yes, sir. I'm interested.
Tell me, what do you do now?
I was somewhat I was inspired by the Army guy that's
okay.
Blind.
Yes, Mr. Houston, Herman Houston.
Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm retired from the Army. I'm here in North Carolina. I retired from Fort Bragg, and I live I live on the coast out near the beach, right near Camp Lejeune Marine Base. And what I did after that, I was a counselor at one time, a drug and alcohol counselor, and then I ventured into the business world of writing business plans and for potential clients, and we would submit those to what we have is called the Rural Center here in North Carolina, and they would with the business plan, they would see, and of course, being credit worthy, they would match them up with the type of loan that they needed for creating business out in the rural community. And we were just about to get into some housing with the Florida Housing Association and the Colorado Housing, because we were thinking about merging with them to get some grant funding to build houses. Well, since that time, you know what happened in 2008. I just heard you mention that. Now I'm in the insurance world and bill bonding.
Gotcha. Yes. That's a whole nother curve you took. Huh?
That's a whole nother curve. But I did try the what do you call it? Fix and flip deal.
Real estate. Yeah.
Yeah. And that didn't go too well. It could have, but with the people that I had working with me, I had one that was working with me but against me, and now he used my company. He used my company to get somewhat wealthy, and so I had, in other words, I didn't know what was going on behind my back. So they made money, and now the young man, he's doing exceptionally well out in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I think I think about 2 more did the same thing. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
So,
number one,
had bad
I
experience.
want to applaud you for your service. I love working with military people.
Yes, sir.
And you guys, I don't know what is with you, fully retired, but you guys just can't sit y'all asses down. You always want to stay busy.
Nah, man, not trying to. I got to keep going.
Yeah, I can't get out the way.
Nah, not trying to.
You know? So, I love that you're entrepreneurially minded. There's a few things. Now, let me explain to you my program. There's a few different ways that we can work together. You can come in. You can come in as an agent. I've decided to take the real estate model and kind of duplicate it. You know how you have real estate agents and you have real estate brokers?
Right.
Okay. So you can come in as an agent. And what an agent does is you can come in and I can train you on the different products. I'll train you on how to pre-qualify a client. I'll train you on how to communicate with the client. Pretty much everything you need to know. But if you don't want to do any of the processing, you refer the business to us and you get a commission for what you refer to us. This is what we call a business loan agent. Okay. That commission starts off at 30%. And based on volume, we can increase that all the way up to 50%.
You got to be kidding.
Yes.
Okay, I'm listening.
And at 50%, of course, we basically, you handle the sales, we handle the process. You know, we do the back end, you handle the front end. And it's a 50-50 split. And that's all the different products. And we can talk about that here in just a second. Or we have what we call our business loan agency program. And the agency program, this is where we now train you how to start your own agency. Okay. We give you, number one, the product knowledge. We take you the whole 3 paths of lending in depth, exactly what it is. And then number 2, we talk about the execution. How do you now pre-qualify clients? How do you submit the applications? How do you communicate with the lenders? And we offer you all the tools needed to do this. I have proprietary spreadsheet that I've created on how to underwrite and pre-qualify a client. Before you submit this to a lender, you will know once you get a file how much to the T what they qualify for: business credit cards, for real estate loans, for revenue loans, all the different types of loans that are out there. And once you do that, I teach you how to submit them to lenders. I give you access to my database that I created myself, where you can do searches. You know, if you got a guy in North Carolina that is looking for a $600,000 loan for a real estate property, you do a search and my database will give you about 3 or 4 lenders. And I'll work with you with submitting the applications.
Gotcha.
You basically do the whole thing yourself, 100%. Okay. In addition to that, I'll build a copy of my CRM for you, because you need my CRM that I use. And there's videos that I've made, and I'll send them to you about our CRM. In addition to that, we'll build a website for you. We'll get you some lead magnets, basically that you need to have on your website. We'll also build your social media channel. In essence, it's a turnkey business. If you want to start your own agency, we have that program as well, where you can do all of that. So to summarize, do you want to become an agent, or do you want to run your own agency? That's a decision that you have that you want to make. The investment for becoming an agent is pretty small. We usually charge about $2,000 to get started, but we're running a promotion for the first 30 days. $500 is all you need to go ahead and get started, become an agent. There's absolutely no way that you cannot recoup that cost within the first 30 days with just one client. Okay.
That's the business loan agent.
That's the business loan agent. Okay.
Okay.
That's where you don't have to do no heavy lifting. You send us some business, we'll give you 30-50% commission as we continue to grow. Okay. If you want to go ahead and start your own agency, for that course, we usually charge $15,000. But for the first 30 days, we're running a promotion. We're giving half off. We're actually doing it just for realtors, but since you're a military man, I'll extend it to you for half off. So $8,000, and that's what you get: the full training, all the different lines of credit. You get the full access to our lending database. You get a copy of your own CRM. You get your own custom website, and pretty much one-on-one training with me until you're successful.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any questions so far?
I don't have any questions so far, but I can say this with the way that Eastern North Carolina is developing. We have two major ports here.
Yes.
And there's an influx of people that are moving here, that are retiring here on the coast. There's a lot of work that that can be done. A lot of loans that can be closed. I can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little bit of let me show you this. And this is actually, by the way, I want you to pay attention this week. I'm releasing a lot of free training. Okay. But let me give you an example of how I very much so try to simplify things. Because what you're referring to is it's trying to kill it in real estate in that area, right?
Well, not necessarily, because we have a lot of construction going on here, a lot of roads being built, new interstates. So we're going to need some equipment financing. Those, pretty much everything that you mentioned is needed here, because North Carolina is growing. It's growing increasingly fast. So
take a look at your email. I just sent you our real estate matrix. Let me know if you get that. Let's go over that real quick.
So everything that you're offering, we need. I've got a friend that needs $300,000. He owns a postal annex. Yes, sir.
Okay.
He owns a postal annex, and he's doing well with that company. And he needs it. We tried to go through the self-help credit union with some old contacts I had. I do have your information here. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And the PDF. Yes, sir.
You see that PDF?
Yes, sir.
So this is what I call the real estate lending matrix. Okay. And if you could take a look at this, what I try to do is to simplify. There's so many different types of real estate loan products there's out there. And every single real estate product falls under 3 different segments as well. There is conventional loans, which is general bank loans. There is agency loans. This is where we're talking about SBA loans, Fannie Mae loans, CMBS loans, government sponsored type of loans. And then lastly, you have your private money stuff. Okay. And in addition to this, you can see on the side there, I've given you the type of properties which each one of these loans will do.
Yes, sir.
The type of loan types, purchase, refi, cash out, documentation required, minimum and maximum LTVs. But what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to empower you as a broker to have the minimum knowledge needed in order for you to intelligently speak to a client and actually know about these products, have an idea what they will be able to do. If you're talking to a guy and said, hey, I'm in the fix and flip industry, I'm looking for a short-term loan, rehab loan, and I need about, I'm buying it for $100,000. I need about $30,000 in rehab. I'm training you to be rewired to know, okay, that's going to be a private money loan. Generally, the LTVs on that will be between 65 to 75%. There is no credit score. So as you can see, and I do this with every single product that there is out there. We take a look at the bird's eye view, and then we dissect much deeper, so you can know exactly what the client can qualify for, and more so you can also understand how to read each one of the lender matrices that are out there. But this is one of many different trainings that I'll do, and you'll see some of that. That actual video, I actually did that this week. That's why I was today. That's why I'm bringing it up. But you'll see a lot of that training, and there's many more of that training that you'll see out there. Okay.
I also have someone that wanted to purchase a mobile home park for $100,000, and he was going to use his own money, and I don't know why. He said he couldn't get funding for it, so
we can probably get him funded. Where are you getting these leads from? Just people you know, or
people that I know? People that I know. I know a lot of people here in Eastern North Carolina from being a part of several organizations. I know a lot of business people, part of business groups. Lions Club.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. That's but it's not necessarily for wealthy people, but it's a businessman's club. Yes, sir.
Okay. Absolutely. I think you'll be great at this, because one of the different challenges I always tell people. Sorry about that. You still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I always tell people one of the biggest challenges that you would have as far as getting started in this industry is generating leads. there's two routes you have to take. It's either, you have the contacts, or you want to go out there and hit the ground running, start networking, or there's the option of paying for the leads, but by me just talking to you. What was that?
Do you have a source for that?
Yes, I have sources for all of these things.
Okay,
good. So for paid leads, or if you want to go ahead and just build a network, like what you have, and I have the training that I walk you through doing that. But if you want to do Facebook leads and pay for leads, absolutely. But I would suggest, if I was in your shoes, I would start with the context that I have first. If I was also in your shoes, I'm just being brutally honest, I would start off as an agent first. Take that little small $500 investment. Right. And instead of jumping in big with the $8,000 to $15,000, jump in $500. See what I'm about, and use that time to maybe submit the clients that you currently have. What can you do about this guy, and maybe you can make a commission out of them, and you can use that money to invest in yourself to start the agency program.
Exactly. That's what I like about you. Yeah.
I try to be honest.
You're straight to the point in straight business.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And you look into the camera. I like that.
Oz doesn't look at the camera.
Oh, man, that guy, man. That creepy looking. Yeah. That guy looks creepy, man.
He absolutely does, man. And because I think that he's not confident with what the hell is coming out of his damn mouth.
Because he don't have the experience.
He just doesn't know. He does not know what he's talking about. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. But no, I think that's what we need to do, man. I think you need to come in. Let's come in. Let's spend some time together. I want you to kind of just learn the basics of the products. Learn how to pre-qualify. And then after that, make a little bit of money and be like, okay, I'm ready to do my own thing. Because one of the challenges, and if I can be brutally honest, is there's a little bit of a techie side of this. Because you have to learn how to use a different CRM. You look still pretty young, but it might be a little bit challenging for you to get the techie side of it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have to learn a whole new CRM, and there's a little bit of technical stuff, that you have to learn.
I've got all day and night.
Well, there you go.
I'm not doing much with the insurance right now. I'm just maintaining my license, but I do have to occasionally go to the jail.
Okay.
And yes, sir. And yeah.
So let's do that. When do you want to get started? Let's get you in as an agent and then get that going. And then after that, we can check in about 2 or 3 weeks. And in the process, while you're still in training, let's get you to submit those leads to see if we can go ahead and start making you some money.
I can, because they're ready.
Okay. So let's do that. The best email, what is it? Raheem?
You can send it to, that'll be fine right now, because when we start doing business, I have another email address.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm sending you this. And this is that promotion, as I said, for $500, get you in there as an agent.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. And what I want us to do is, after you get started, when are you looking at getting started, you said?
I can get started by the first of next week. Yeah.
Okay. I want us to touch base every week. At the end of the week, maybe we can get on a Zoom, do a little 30-minute powwow. Because I want, especially early on, because I just launched this course in August. So just,
Right.
Currently, I have about 14 agents in there, and I got about 12 people that have enrolled in my agency course. I'm letting you know that because it's a small, tiny community, and we're building as we grow. So I want people like you to take this opportunity I want to work with you one-on-one, because my future success is very much so tied into making sure that my newbies, my new babies are very successful. So,
yes, sir.
At the end of the week, and I say that to let you know that, of course, as this thing grows, 300-400 people, I'm not going to have time for one-on-ones.
I understand.
You understand? So right now is a great time where you can come in, and I'll be working with you one-on-one. So as you come in, you said first of next week, that would be great. I want us to check in probably every Friday or every Monday.
That's fine.
At least 15, 20 minutes. You let me know what you've learned, address any questions you have. And it's all video training, so you work at your own pace. But I want us to check in, because I don't like people just get lost in the training or feel like, I'm not available or whatever it is. I'm always going to be available, but I want us to check in at least once every single week.
That's the key to
Okay.
success. Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yeah.
let's do that. Let me send you
Okay.
this.
See, I don't want you to go over your time here. Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Training. So I just sent that over to you.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm gonna set a task right here.
I've never seen anything like this.
Well, there isn't anything like this, and that's the reason I created this. Just short story. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 13 years, and I just beginning of 2022, I decided that hey, I want to do something different. You know, I make pretty good money doing this, but I decided that I want to do something different. I want to make some of that passive income everybody's talking about,
Right?
And because at the end of the day, this is still active income. I have to be closing loans to be making money, right?
Right.
So I was like, well, what can I really do to make this passive income? And a lot of people are talking about courses are going to be the new revolution. Everybody needs to create a course. We can all teach somebody with what you know. And I was, one day I'm sipping on a whiskey, it's in the middle of the night, and I'm like, well, what do you know, Brian? I'm like, the only thing I know is about this lending thing. I don't know anything else. This is the only thing I've been doing. This is like graduating high school. So I go online and I'm like, does anybody teach people how to become a business loan broker? And guess where I found? Oz. And I'm like, okay. So I found Oz and I found a few other people, but of course Oz was everywhere. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll go ahead and give you my money. I paid, I think, $3,000 or $5,000 for his course. And when I was taking his course, and you've seen the videos, the business, the ones that I was getting so mad when I'm taking his course. And I'm like, man, this guy is lying to people, literally just lying, And as I'm getting upset, there's two things that is happening. I'm getting mad and I decide to turn on the camera, but also my God or whoever it is answering my prayer.
Right, yeah.
Remember, I told you that I wanted to do something different. And as I'm listening to that, I'm like, if this is the only thing that's available, I know I can do better than this. I can.
That's what.
That's
like so many are gravitating to.
Like you said, I can do YouTube videos that are better than his whole course.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
So as I did that, I was like, okay, well, this has got to be my next mission. I have to create a comprehensive course because there clearly is a need for this. And if I can create a course that can really teach people how to do this, that's what I want to do. And that's, in essence, I hate and I love Oz because he was the ultimate reason why I went so hard and created this, Broker Solutions Academy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm excited.
Go ahead.
I said, I'm excited.
Okay, agent first. So I got a follow up here. What is it? You said next week. What are you thinking about the 15th, 16th, or mid next week?
About no later than mid next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in with you. If I don't hear from you, I'm gonna check in with you on Friday or Monday next week. I did send you an email with that link that you need, and I can text this to you as well. The link that you need with that promotion to get into the agent training. As soon as you pay that, you will get immediate access to the training course. And then I'll just be in touch with you by phone. And then we'll just kind of take it from there.
Okay, that sounds good, Brian.
Okay.
Okay. I enjoyed it.
Raheem, I really appreciate your time, and I'm definitely looking forward to working with you, man.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, if you stay with me through the end, I appreciate you. I really do. Please go ahead and give me a like to the video, subscribe to the channel. And I guess I should go ahead and pay some bills. Let you know what this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Broker Solutions Academy. There's going to be a link in the description. We work with people that are interested in becoming a business loan broker. We have a very comprehensive business loan broker course, and we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to become a business loan broker. Our mission statement is we help business loan brokers understand and simplify the various funding solutions that are available in the marketplace so you can properly serve your clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a referral partner. This video is also brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, and that's where we work directly with entrepreneurs and also business owners to help them get funded. So if you're looking to start start, grow, or even expand your current business, Pennington Consulting Group, there's going to be a link in the description where you can go ahead and schedule a time. And like we always say at Pennington Consulting Group, our goal is to help you reach your goal. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.